So Joey, the last time we were talking to you, about the Jeep that you turned into to go across.
Car.
Yeah, the amphibious car.
I didn't do it. No, there's a company called Water Car that actually builds these cars out in California, and it is the coolest thing. And the looks you get are the best because you can just drive into the water, and it looks pretty much like a normal car. And you drive this thing into the water, and people go crazy, and the wheels pull up, and you just keep driving right off. You never even have to stop; like you can just keep going. So it's pretty neat. The looks you get is a lot of fun. It's convenient because I can beat a lot of traffic. Where I live, there's a highway. It's always full of traffic, and so it's nice to kind of jump in the water and go up a few exits, and then jump back out and get onto the highway again.
Well, they don't even know you're Joey Logano because you don't have the AutoTrader suit on. So you're just this.
That's the only way I know, huh? Just the guy in the suit. All right,
the suit does all the work, right? I mean,
sure, okay, we'll go with that. I stand out a lot more in the suit. Yeah. I'll give you that.
You turn that suit down to it.
It's pretty bright.
You can almost see you.
And Brad has the one that's the reverse of this, so it's blue all here, and he's got the orange little stripe things.
Right.
I don't know. They made me the colorful one. It's good.
So yeah, we talked about the amphibious cart, and then you told us to ask you about your desk. Wasn't that it?
Yes,
Joe?
I asked you about the desk.
Yeah.
And you said, please ask if we ever have a chance and I have more time to tell about the desk.
Oh,
right. Right.
So is there a condensed version of the desk?
Well, okay. Basically, the desk was a project for about over 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, and that's the problem with that. I thought I found a guy on the internet that was gonna build these desks. I'm like, oh great, this website looked legit.
Oh.
You know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No desk ever showed up. And so my wife found somebody and surprised me for Valentine's Day this year, and had to finally, after 2 years with no desk in my office, I finally had a desk to work on. I said I had a little card table set up. That's what I was working on before. But now I got this the coolest desk of all time. It's a '59 Cadillac now.
Nice.
Which is a car that I have. It was our wedding getaway car, and it's probably my favorite one that we got. So it's just kind of really neat to have it looks like the front of the car. It is actually the front of the car, and then you get 2 desks you can work on it. Basically, you're working on the hood of the car. It's pretty neat.
That's really cool.
Is there any story to the car that they turned into the desk? What did you get your choice?
So
was it the actual wedding car?
No, hell no.
Cannibalize it?
No. No, it really still runs. No, so the car, I did ask the history of the car. It's from Pennsylvania. Was where the car was originally sold. The back half of the car, and I was rusted away. I made sure, I told my wife, I said, it was the rest of the car, not restorable, because I feel like it's a crime if you take a car that's not rusted away, and chop in half.
Right.
I feel like it's a crime. So this one was, so they ended up kind of doing a lot of body work to make it nice. But, so the front's the desk, the back of it is, they made it for some foundation, and they put a bunch of speakers in the trunk, so it opens up and it's got all these big, big boom, like a boom box,
like 6x9s or 20-inch. We were joking around about.
I don't really know. Yeah, sure, whatever you say.
Right.
Big
I
speakers,
used to know,
okay?
15 years
it's
ago.
got big woofers in it. All right.
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat, and it's pink. So mine's white, but the back part's pink. So
nice.
All right, I have an actual racing question.
Oh, please.
And I'm not gonna let Paul take this one because I came up with it.
Right.
We heard that you're closing in on 300 races.
Yeah.
And all these races here at Bristol, how different can it possibly be from when you first started till now? How does it change?
From 9 years ago till today?
The actual track, because they don't ever change the track.
Well, this track has changed quite a bit. So when I first started racing here, was back in 2005, a different type of car. They've repaved it since then, or reconcreted it.
Okay.
Since then, they have ground the top lane up by the wall, which gives the top a lot of grip, and that's changed it up the last few years. And then now they're putting this rosin on the bottom of the racetrack that gives the bottom of the racetrack a lot of grip. So this track changes so much throughout the race. So forget about just in the course of 9 years, that's changed a lot. But from when we get here and there's no rubber on the racetrack to when we're 50 laps into a run, or 100 laps into the race, or 250 laps into the race, how it keeps changing. And if there's cautions, the rubber gets picked up, and that changes the balance of your car. So there's a lot of times throughout this race that you'll see a car that's really fast in the beginning of the race fall off during the race if they can't keep up with their adjustments, with their track and how the rubber's up. So it's one of the most challenging racetracks to have a car that's good throughout the whole race. It's hard to figure that out because the track changes so much.
Go ahead.
That was a pretty
Go
good
ahead, Paul.
question.
Legit.
Question.
Legit.
I gave you the most technical
Because
answer I
because
can give you.
we've talked to him now a
Oh my
couple
God.
times. We talked to him a couple times. I was like, what? We need new questions, right?
Yeah, we do.
Go ahead.
All right, I thought of this one yesterday. I was driving to pick up my daughter from school, and I was like, what can I ask Joey Logano that's
Did you do a burnout or something in the school line or something?
Right.
In your minivan?
Right. No, so like
School would think that's too cool, huh?
No, they wouldn't like that. She'd get
I
a
would.
reputation, and
Yeah.
you know her report card would come back.
Reputation.
negatively.
Your dad's a badass, right?
That's how you said that. So I was driving, and I was like, it's interesting because as a professional driver, you're actually your skill of driving is something you use in your day-to-day life. So you're actually driving on the road here and there. It's not like LeBron
Sorta.
James is out at the local YMCA shooting around, or you know Bryce Harper is going to the batting cages. So what you do professionally is literally what you do every day in life. So how does that impact the way you drive as a regular driver? Are you avoiding every manhole cover, every pothole?
Well, I do try to avoid potholes, yes. I believe that's probably what I should do. I try to avoid squirrels, too. Sometimes little possums that come around you.
No, you gun those. You take those
I did
out.
hit one the other day. I felt awful
You
about
didn't
it.
feel bad at all.
No, I just the little thing was you didn't got it.
They're ugly.
I didn't mean to. But anyways, outside of that, I never really thought of it that way because driving down the road is so different than driving a race car, right? Because driving down the road, I'm not pushing the car to its edge.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not going 190 miles an hour on the highway. You know, I can't do that. I get in big trouble if I do that. So it's kind of like you're just like everybody else. You're driving down the road to get from point A to point B. So even though it's you're doing the same thing you're driving, but it's so different that you can't compare. Now the nice part is if something does happen, I feel like I have the skills to kind of help try to get out of it or try to avoid a crash if something happens real quick. I have those skills, but 99.9% of the time you're driving like everybody else does. You know, like
Just
the
zoning
same
out,
traffic everybody
thinking
else
about
does.
what you have to do later.
You just, yeah, unfortunately, you probably do, yeah. So, mad at the person in front of you.
They're braking
sitting
too
in
much and not
traffic,
enough.
or that happens. Yep.
What about a self-driving car? Would you ever go to a self-driving car away from
No.
the track?
I don't think I can do it.
You have to drive.
I have to drive. I can't even ride with people. Like another person driving. So forget a machine driving. Like I wouldn't be good at that. But I get car sick, so like I feel like I gotta drive.
Really?
Yeah. So.
But not at all when you're driving. You don't feel that at all.
I don't
What's
know.
that about you?
I'm